You're transforming. You may not realize it. All you feel is that you don't, you, you're carrying a load. You know that you're carrying a load by yourself. You feel a little alone right now. It's because you're going through a very personal transformation. This is somebody, this is something that nobody else will completely understand. You can vent to other people and they'll understand only as far as their mind will let them. Okay, but really, and you know this. That's why, like, really, I'm getting the energy of like you're kind of isolated right now. You're in hermit mode. Because you're figuring things out. You're getting used to this new journey of being a new version of yourself. I'm getting that this part of you has always been within you, but it's like you are. I'm getting that this is actually a birth. Like death is actually symbolic of a rebirth. So nothing is dying. You're actually bringing something to light, and that's why it's like the old you is dying. The part of you that was afraid. Okay, so that's what I'm getting with that. I'm also getting that there's people that from your past that has bullied you or like belittled you and stuff. They're gonna start to like look up to you in some kind of way. They're gonna start to want your attention or want something from you. You're gonna peep it. Like they're not gonna tell you directly, but you're gonna start seeing people pop up and start to like ask you for things or they're gonna start conversations with you that don't even make sense. And it's because they just want to be in your good grace. They want to be in your energy. They feel the warmth around you. They feel like things are like it's just a magnet pulling a lot of things to you, good and bad. And so yeah, you're very magnetic right now is what I'm getting. Very magnetic. And so you feel this weight because it's like the weight of the world, because like you have a lot of power right now. You might not even realize it because you just feel this energy. But once you really realize what you're doing, you can actually take control of what's going on. Okay, there's a very serious energy about it though, because we had the death card, but I'm just seeing the red eyes right here. So there's something that you won't allow yourself to be happy about. Like you're very excited deep down, but like you feel guilty. There's something here you feel guilty about. You feel guilty for being happy. You feel guilty for taking care of yourself for a change. Like I'm just getting that usually you take care of other people. You always give yourself away. You give something away. Whenever you get something, you always want to share it. But now it's like you actually have been building something for yourself behind the scenes, and now that something is paying off for you, you kind of feel bad. You're like, damn, I might have to leave certain things behind, you know? And I'm getting that it never served you in the first place. So, like, it's really the attachment, like your ego and who you thought you were. That's what's keeping you attached to these things. But really, like, don't feel bad for actually building something for yourself, because now you're actually safe. You're secure. You're actually stable now. You actually have what you need. I'm getting that in the past, you were always worried. You were always worried about like your day to day. You were in survival. You were needy, super needy. And I'm getting that now you're not, you don't feel that way anymore. You feel like you can handle shit on your own. And part of you feel guilty for that because you don't need somebody anymore. I'm getting that these people were actually they were like counting on you to stay in this position of lack. They wanted you to stay powerless because it made them feel good. It made them feel like they had the upper hand and they can control something in somebody else's life, or just control something in general because they have no control over theirs. But I'm getting now that you've taken your power back, it's like you're an empath, so you really feel the energy of others, how sad or empty they feel without your energy. So you feel like they'll pop up in your mind because they're actually thinking about you, not you actually thinking about them. It's like they're like, damn, where did this person go? But it's really now you're occupied, you're busy with things that are actually making you happy. Okay, not making other people happy. I'm getting that you were always just selling yourself short. You were always selling your soul. I'm getting there was some type of survival mode. Excuse me. I feel like you were codependent on these people. Excuse me. For happiness. The Devil in reverse. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So there's something here with you attracting I feel like you were placed in a situation unwillingly. Okay, you were put in some shit, or for some of you, you were born into some shit. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Like, you didn't ask for this. You didn't ask to be in this. Period. And so, like, this is something that you had to cope with. You had to deal with. You had to survive. And with you learning to survive, you have gotten comfortable in this energy. But you forgot that, you know, you were promised a better future. Like, things are going to get better. Things are actually getting better now. It's the time for that. I'm getting you're just so used to waiting and coping. So, like, now that it's time to, you know, reap what you've sown, it feels uncomfortable. Because you gotten used to this shit. Like, you really did. You got used to, like, with all of this pretending to be okay, you actually ended up being okay. With pretending to like certain people, you actually ended up liking them. I don't know if you heard, like, fake it till you make it. That actually does work in a lot of cases. And I'm getting that, yes, you did have to survive in this way. Like, it helped you to survive. And you also realize that you can exist in the same space as people that disagree with you. Like, this energy is tricky. I'm getting that, like, because we have the Four of Wands in reverse. What is this? The Five of Wands upright. So, like, these people were really controlling. People around you were really controlling, or your environment is really controlling. It's controlling you. It keeps you from being free. And it, like, you don't feel like you can express yourself. With the Four of Wands in reverse, like, you couldn't express yourself. You can't be free. You don't feel stable and secure in your happiness. Whenever you feel happy, you feel like it's taken away easily. For some of you, it's because, like, these are material things that you're trying to attract. Okay, you're actually releasing the part of you that is attached to the things outside of you. You're starting to really love yourself and find happiness within yourself. And even if you don't feel super happy or whatever, you're starting to just accept that I'm not the happiest person. Like, that's how you really can grow. When you start to accept where you are, you can grow. But when you avoid and you lie to yourself about where you are, how can you ever grow from that shit? I'm getting that this is what that Five of Wands is. Like, you fight with yourself, so you're conflicted with what you should do about your situation because you're not accepting that you don't even like it. So when you're in a situation you don't want to be in, you're not doing nothing about it. And, like, I'm just getting, like, wherever you're staying at, like, if this is a house or something, it doesn't feel like a home. Like, wherever you are right now, even the place in your, like, the position you're playing in life, you just don't feel like this is where you're supposed to be, you know? And so you're being guided to let yourself transform. Let yourself transform, which means you have to release your outside attachments, is what I'm getting. And also, even your ego, even your own happiness, you have to be willing to let that go for just a second, you know. It doesn't mean it's going to happen forever, but it's like mind over matter type shit. Like, you have to be aware that this shit is temporary, you know. You're making a sacrifice. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So upright, this is you, like, looking at what you have and not really feeling it. You're like, I don't like this. In reverse, I'm getting that some of you, So some of you are like in your situation, um, it's crazy. Like for some of you, healing has already taken place in the situation. Like it's crazy. Like a lot has happened in your environment. A lot has happened, but you have overcome so much to where your energy has healed everything, and now you made it a space where you can stay and still evolve and thrive. So I'm getting some of you, this is for a select few of you, where like you have allowed yourself to keep transforming and you have evolved over time. And you feel guilty for that because you know the world outside of you, they're always saying exactly what I just, like there's like, you know, that you could go and get better, so-called better, you know what I mean? There's this version of better that the world thinks is supposed to be, but you are okay with what you have. This could be even like, you might want to go watch the last live I did, but this could, because it just correlates, like this could be like the world just selling you a dream, or like showing you things that you wouldn't even buy if you didn't see the fucking commercial, you know what I mean? Like what am I trying to say? Like, I'm talking to a group who do not give a fuck about designer. You know, you don't care about all the mainstream stuff. You just want to be happy. And so you feel kind of weird about that because other people look at you a certain way and you really want their approval. That's really where it comes from. Like, you really want other people's approval. So it causes you to look at yourself a certain way. But once you drop that, you're not going to give a fuck about nothing because you're just going to be happy. Because you're where you want to be at the end of the day. And then everything else will literally fall into place because, like I said, you're magnetic, okay? There are people that are like drawn to you right now. Look, justice. When you give yourself justice, you get justice on the earthly plane, okay? That's what I'm getting. It's not about you seeking for validation outside of you right now. Like, affirm certain things to yourself. Know your own truth, okay? Be in your own world. And it is gonna pay off. Like, I'm getting that it is paying off right now as we speak. So, anything else? There we go. The Nine of Pentacles. This is you being content by yourself, okay? You may feel like you need friends, family, support, okay? There's something that you feel like you're missing sometimes. Like, you're like, damn, I need to just go get this. I wish I had this. But really, you don't need that as bad as you think. Once you really allow that part of you to die, that's always wanting something, you're gonna see how much better life is without like so much consumption. There's something here that you're able to give to yourself. Literally, it's nature. It's part of nature. You didn't come here to always chase. There's things that are already coming to you. Even once you embrace yourself, you just attract certain things because you are abundant, and people are already like, the people that's meant to see you are going to see you, period. The Two of Wands here, that's about taking a leap of faith. You may feel like you can go two directions, okay? You're being guided to not necessarily choose one path, but allow your heart to guide you because, you know, there's a season for everything. One minute you might feel this way, one minute you feel the other way, you know? I'm getting to relax. Like, the world is in your hands. You see how he's holding the world in the palm of his hands? Like, just chill the fuck out because you are more powerful than you think, for real. Like, there's a lot of power that you've been giving away to people around you because you don't want to be alone, but in reality, like, you're better off alone sometimes, you know? Like, I'm getting that when you finally get what you want after chasing it so hard, it don't even feel the same, you know? Like, it just don't. Allow things to come to you easily. I'm getting that you're already abundant. You already deserve the shit that you want. So it's like, just accept what you want. Accept it and start moving accordingly. And know that it's all about divine timing. It's not about how fast you can get there, or feeling like if you don't get it that you're nothing, you know. You're already that. But it's all about just, you know, life is just an experience, you know. You want to have fun and enjoy it, but you don't need these things. It's just, it is put here for you though. Like, it is coming, and that's what I'm getting. Like, once you let go of the attachment, that's when things are going to fall into place. It's like when you chase so hard, you push things the other way because you think it's supposed to go a certain way. When God has bigger plans, it's supposed to work a whole nother way sometimes. So, yeah. But you have a lot in store for you, for real. Like, you might feel like life has hit a stagnant point, like a standstill. Some of you feel like there's, like, what more is there to life? You know what I mean? But really, there's a lot more. If you look at these stars right here, I'm just getting that there's a lot more dreams that you haven't even received yet. A lot more ideas and thoughts and visions. You're just in one phase. You're just in one season of your life, okay? It's okay to relax and allow things to flow. You don't have to rush to the next season or whatever season you feel like you should be at based off of what the world says you should be doing, okay? Like, just be in your own energy. Create your own world. I'm just like, look at these two cards. I'm just really getting like, she's really content in her own world. She has a bottle of wine right there, reading her little book. Like, she's nowhere. She's grounded, but she's not really here. Like, you know, what else? She eating and everything. Like, what? Oh, not to mention, look, these are pinnacles and fruits. So it's like, these are fruits of her labor. Like, she can just pick something off the tree whenever she wants to. This is something that you are already working for without even realizing it, because you are already you. Like, there's something, you have a gift. Okay, there's just like you have, what's an example? There's something about you that people love, that it's just effortless. You do it without even thinking about it. And so it's already something that's paying off, period. Like, you're just not realizing it's something about your company, your energy, what you have. It's something you have to offer. Your knowledge, wisdom, creativity, your skills, okay? And when you take control of this and really realize the power you hold, you can actually manage yourself better. Because I'm getting, you've been allowing other people to manage your emotions, manage your just a lot of things in your life, because you're attached to them. And also, you're attached to certain outcomes. So you're basing your actions on what you think they will produce, basically, instead of what's coming from the heart. Okay? So, yeah, it's a lot of defense. Like, you're just very defensive. Like, you're in survival mode, but you don't have to be anymore. Like, I'm getting to get out of that, because you're going to attract more circumstances where you have to continue to fight for yourself and fight and protect your beliefs and shit like that. Like, you don't want to have to keep doing that. So I'm getting to rest. Like, let go. Like, something is getting old. Being real, like, fighting and being strong and shit, that shit is getting old. It's time for you to rest. It's time for you to just allow it to come to you. Baby girl just woke up. But that really was like the last thing I had to say. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you're on here. Thank y'all so much. I'll see y'all on my next one, alright?